Greetings, friends. Ho, ho, ho. Thirsty Thursday as I take a drink of my water that you can't see. It's going to be a good day. We've had a great week. We've got signs of, life in Congress and other good things. We got Weatherman here. Gotta love the Weatherman. Good to see you, friend. Longest parsec, of course. Sorry about yesterday. Yeah, we went early to get out from behind what Pro needed to do and, support everybody out there. We've got wonderful people in the chat today with generosity and super stickers like Barry the Music Man. We have the face. We got a face sticker. We got Cat Slave. What's up, Cat Slave? Sorry, Weatherman, you have a migraine. I hope I'm not yelling too loud for you, friend. Dr. Jill Powers and all the amazing moderators we have out there, including Crouching Taylor, Hidden Swifty. That would be Matt G, along with the lovely and talented Juliet. Captain Phantom Nerd also exercising his wrench abilities out there. Been here forever. Forever. OC Dobbins is here today. Good to see you, friend. From the belly of the beast. Hope everything's going well for you. We got Texas 84 with enormous generosity today as we are in direct pursuit of the 1,000 members for the channel. 1,000 members is magical. It makes the channel self-sustaining, no longer requiring my financial input, and I appreciate that. Texas 84 getting us closer to that. Buenos dias a todos. Indeed. Texas 84. Putin the Third is in the house. Anyone have a solar collector? I'm about to build 3 of them. I might put one of them on a video here for that garden place to help you build a sun-powered cooler of all things. We'll talk about that at some point. Lots of great things that we're going to get into in the future. Caledon 910, good day to you all. It's good to see you. Caledon 910, your favorite radio station. Look at these wonderful people. I can't believe it. Can you believe it? I can't believe it. But Penny is hooked on missions. Good for you. Good for you, young lady. Good for you. Let's see. We got more folks out there. We got Commander Ed Straker of Shadow, for example, who's been out there for a very long time. Holy cow, the generosity continues with the lovely presence and, gifty goodness of Tender Warrior 68. Thank you, Tender Warrior. I still love that Clippy. I still do. Those of you wearing this avatar are amazing. Georgia Peach is here. Hello, dear. Hope you're doing well on this lovely Thursday. And Timmy, back to renewing the rewards membership. Thank you, Timmy. Again, you never an obligation. Always admiration and appreciation, my friend. And let's see what else is happening out there. We got more folks out there. In the midnight hour, we got mo. So I don't know what that got in my head. I don't know what's going on. It's a jukebox up here all the time. Wonderful people, the beautiful. Hey, speaking of which, Steeple's out there. Joe Powers, Cat Slave. Look at this. Look at it. Ms. Pick Coffee. The green machine wrench of the powers that be. And of course, I said hello to Parsec. I did not make the chat big enough to make it so I could see it. I'm getting better, though. Eyeballs, these glasses are about right. Going to have a little adjustment done here, but we're close. Yeah, let's make sure we click the like. Thank you, Texas. Thank you, Texas 84. We check out for super chats I missed and the amazing gifties that have been leveled upon us. Thank you, Tender Warrior 68 once again. Thank you, Texas 84 once again. And thank you to the very ever generous Ruby Hoove. Thank you, dear. Thank you so very much. I hope you guys are doing well. Hope I get to see you Hoove on Saturday at the High Roller stream. That'll be great. Only you can prevent Pedro Pascal. The Pedro punishment. That's what I'm going to call that clip. And I'm going to run it again today. JPRPH1 in the house, as is Bruce Newsom, the lovely magical MJ, or magically MJ, I should say. Canoles, good to see you. And our favorite rivet head, Razorbird. Andy Masterson, the most talented man on the internet. And our Canadian accountant, Randall Orser. Guys, 6 minutes starts now. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, or good night, wherever you are and whenever you're watching. Thanks for checking out 6 Minute Daily. We have a lot to talk about, not a lot of time to do it in. We don't have an extended bonus time, but we do have news from around the world. And yesterday, this news we talked about a little bit last night with Lou Wasserman's Ghost on T3PO's show, Hollywood Backlot with Lou and You. The Disney CFO answered some questions from Wall Street analysts that, probably didn't feel comfortable after what, Iger said just a few years ago, 3 years ago, as a matter of fact, in a similar quarterly earnings, saying the exact opposite. They aren't looking to get rid of their linear TV. I suggested in a conversation on the Pro Show yesterday during the day, the exclusive early one, I'm going to say it this way. I still think they should part with ABC and get out from underneath a lot of problems. That's going to solve some issues. Harry Potter scores an early second season, a renewal for HBO and the Chamber of Secrets going to be filming this fall. And you know what? Nobody cares. They greenlit this early because this is going to have an epic tidal wave of failure directed at it. Possibly, not guaranteed, but just because of all the garbage that they are throwing into this, like the stunt casting and other things. I think this is the last dig at Paramount before we get out from underneath a mountain of bad decision-making in the last 2 years. I could be wrong. Chris Dickerson, what's going on out there? Caveat ties. By the way, the longest goodbye, I think I dropped that video already this morning, from Stephen Colbert. This is a picture of him at the Museum of Artistic Fashion and something or another. I don't know. Who cares? All I know is that Stephen Colbert's exit interview was, I didn't expect it to end this way. What? With being fired for political rhetoric and complete garbage misinformation? Of course you did. You want to be a martyr. It says so in this article. In fact, he's saying it's a good thing. And saying that Jay called him right away and he was lovely. He says, you got the job till you're dead. Well, you were wrong on that one, Jay. Guess what? Jay was a good guy on late night. He never did any of this political garbage that's being peddled by these idiots, buffoons. And I think that's why both of them are just going out with a martyrdom smile. Hocus Pocus 3, we talked about this for a minute yesterday, but why Hocus Pocus 3? Why would we be putting this in the works? Why does this have the green light? It might have been early greenlit. Does this mean that Josh doesn't have enough control because he's got to bow down to Walden's bad ideas? This is a terrible idea. Last film was awful. Melissa Barrera was canceled by Hollywood for speaking out against Israel. I'm not sure that's all she was canceled for, but she's fighting for her way back. Okay, keep fighting. I don't think you're coming back. We talked about that a little last night on the Pro Show. Clavicular is facing firearm charges after shooting an alligator. You don't mess. This is like you don't mess with the animals in Australia. We don't mess with animals in Florida. I mean, unless there's a situation where that's required. But he's saying that the alligator was already dead. It's not an excuse. He's still discharged a firearm in a manner that is inconsistent. And he was following the instructions of a boat guide. We'll see if any of that holds up. Superman sequel, Man of Tomorrow, added Matthew Lillard to the cast. This was the only reason that I might watch the second film. So at least there's that. We got the new Planet of the Apes movie in the works, but it is not following the last Planet of the Apes movie. So we're not actually getting the continuation we were promised. We're getting a bad idea from the director of The Fantastic Four, Last Steps. That's not going to be good. We've got, TV news in a free fall. Anchors are breaking away, trying to go into our space, which is total garbage. How successful is Lemonhead? I doubt he increased his audience. If anything, I think his earnings are falling because he's likely going to go to jail. The Legally Blonde prequel series has unveiled a first look, photos, and teaser. They had to go to a prequel because they couldn't get the sequel movie off the ground. We'll see what this does. It might just tear the franchise to pieces, not that it's a franchise to begin with. Trump claims that Ted Turner was devastated that CNN became woke. President hopes the Ellison can bring it back to its former credibility. I wasn't aware of these people's closeness, but at least the magnate of broadcast television and the changer of cable and linear broadcast it passed recently and after a long illness. Ted Turner created the 24-hour news cycle to begin with, keeping the world more informed, more stressed, and in the recent years, more misinformed by the lies of the fake news media. Oil prices sink, stocks leapt worldwide yesterday on the hopes of the reopening of the strait. It looks like there's a memorandum of agreement on the table, whether or not that's signed or not. We'll know later today officially. And gasoline was shot up more than 52% in the U.S. Than it was before the Iran war for no reason other than greed, honestly. Not any other reason, just greed. And finally, a bear was rescued from the basement window well recently. They pulled, the wildlife officers rescued the black bear that got caught, in somebody's window. There you go. There is a picture of him right there through the window. Yeah. Bears were not aware of the windowsill, but the bear was successfully tranquilized and rescued. Look at the wildlife officers there pulling it out. You can go and see further detail on this on NBC News. And they obviously relocated the bear someplace safe after a health check. I love stories like that. They always end in a positive way. We need more of that. More of that, please. Sign me up. Positive stories at the end of the show. Not a lot to ask for, but seemingly a long way to go. Anyway, let's get into the small amount of bonus time we have today with you. And once again, the thank yous to everybody who contributed to this morning's wonderful services on the Culture Casino channel. We had Barry the Music Man with a super sticker. Thank you, friend. Ruby Hoove gifting the first membership to Brian the Mac. Texas 84 following up with 5 custom Culture Casino memberships, along with 5 custom Culture Casino memberships for Tender Warrior 68. A follow-up super chat that I didn't get to live in stream was Randall Orser for 5 Canadian, who sent me an email yesterday that I have yet to open. I'm sorry, friend. I'll get to it later today. Yesterday was busy. If you guys haven't noticed, Wednesday is the busiest day for me. It's peak busy, which I'm okay with. I love it. We have a wonderful time from dawn to dusk. And even beyond. It was quite late last night when Lou and I finished, about 15 minutes long. But for 5 Canadian says, what do you think of the new CEO of Apple? I would say it's a good move. He's closer to Steve Jobs than Cook was. Cook was not an idea man. He's a process man. You're actually putting an engineer or an engineer-like person in that's thinking of the next thing. Jobs was always thinking of the thing after the next thing. Sometimes they were wins, sometimes they were losses. Think about the next computer. Notice how I'm using the word next a lot. And it is a step in the right direction. In my opinion, there are other tech firms that went backwards. And that's just, because they made the wrong hire to begin with. Google was compromised long ago by some strange pathways through their leadership structure. But I think that they're finally coming to grips with the fact that maybe some of the AI stuff that they've been using is not as bueno as it could be. So anyway, we got lots of great things going on in the community right now. The M4 Empire is live. Still not sure why that starts as early as it does. And then from there, you're going to head over to the WDW driven channel, That Park Place Live, I think. I'm not sure where we're going exactly. One of the two places. And then we've got so much more going on today, guys. I'm really excited. Thursday is going to be a lot of fun. I'm going to be seeing Mortal Kombat today. Also going to the chiropractor. So I'm going to be all over the place. And then I've got some other doctor's appointments coming up before I travel out. Amongst you, I'll be traveling the country. You guys will be seeing me stream from airports and rental car locations and all kinds of places, and all of that. So pretty excited. For the Green Machine side of things, you will be doing a DIY redirect on your own. I want to say thank you to those of you that are celebrating being here. For as long as you have as members, you guys are absolutely the best. Making sure I didn't miss any member chats, making sure I didn't miss anything on the Green Machine, because there have been a lot of new people joining us over there. Thank you for that. For those of you over here on the tube side of things, make sure you hit the thumbs up button. Ms. Pick Cafe says, no celebration today. All right. On that note, that final note, I just want to reintroduce you to the idea that Pedro could be a punishment at any time. So let's try to get to 1,000 members. On that note, folks, thanks for being here today and your contributions to the stream. I hope that everybody has a wonderful Thirsty Thursday. They know how to take the reservation. They just don't know how to keep the reservation. I think I'll be fine. That garden place coming up soon. You will see that on Saturday. Again, I'll be showing you a lovely cover crop that's also an input crop for nitrogen fixing called white Dutch clover. And believe it or not, by the time I film it tomorrow and get it all edited for Saturday, we already have some white Dutch clover coming up on the land. And as Davina Duckworth says, have a great day, everybody. Indeed. Be sure to take care of yourself, take care of others, and until next time, purple potatoes. When injustice strikes, I strike back. Once again, thank you guys. You are absolutely the best. See ya. Mañana.